I did indeed.
That's funny, that's the only thing I know about guitars too.
Plug it in.
I have to plug it in. This next one's about, well, you guys and you ladies and everyone in between, because it's a new century and we should have new ideals and new ideas. So this one goes out to all of you. This one's called Hardcore. 2, 3, 4. Thanks. Oh, I love you guys. You know, we played with crowds that are like 5 times as big that's had a pit that's a quarter the size of this one. So that's awesome. Because you're the ones who give the show the energy. So thanks so much for us and for all the bands. Okay, I got a question. Okay, who out there has the sexiest mom? Okay, no, wait, let me clarify something. You can't vote for yourself. That's just, it's a little weird. You gotta vote for somebody else's mom. Okay, do we have anybody who's like voting for anybody else's mom? Okay, everybody loves their mom. I guess that's good. Okay, well, this one goes out to the sexiest mom. Next time, bring her along, please. Just saying. It was my birthday yesterday, so I could have used a present. This one's all about a guy who goes home to his new girlfriend's place, gets a hard-on for mom. It's called Your Mother Wears Army Boots, but man, she looks so cool. got this brand new album. Came out 2 weeks ago. It's like the third show we have it for. First one in Ontario, so that makes you special. So this song is from that. It's all about, well, somebody who's having a really bad day. It's called It Begins.
Same thing, brother.
No, we love you. So, we just put out a new album, but when we wrote all the songs for it, it seemed like the orange moron down south was gone forever. So we don't really have any anti-Trump songs on the new album. So we're going back to the album before for this one. And very appropriately enough, this is about a fucking orange madman. But thank God Americans are so fucking stupid that they would vote in this guy again, because he's an inspiration to punk bands across the world. So thank you, our American friends. So this one is all about Trump and his fucking wall. It's called Tear It Down.
Down to the ground. Gotta run it, right it down.
I trouble someone to get me a nice glass of ice water, please? Because I'm really old and I could use some help. I'm like a whole year older than I was just like a day or two ago. I don't know how the fuck that works. I think that was a CIA spy who went out there. Thank you.
I'm surprised this is
Okay, this next song is about the most amazing thing a Canadian ever invented. Because, yeah, a Canadian invented the Phillips head screwdriver. It's okay. Another Canadian invented the flush toilet, which has become very useful to all of us. But truly, the best invention ever came when someone invented beer, not a Canadian. But when the Americans looked at beer, they went, beer, that's a good idea, but one beer, that's not enough. So they invented the six-pack. Let's face it, the six-pack is a great song. As inventions go, it's not that great. So, the greatest American of all, no, greatest Canadian of all, happens to come from Ontario, you lucky bastards. Looked at the six-pack and went, no fucking way. We need more beer than that. And they invented the 2-4. Toast to rolling ghosts. What's a new one's I'll never feel so good. Never felt what shoulder rest. Did you hear the guitar solo? Cool.
I don't.
Because that's the only one I know. So ain't no more coming after that one. We got another song from our new album. This one, at least on a record, it's probably shorter live, but the record is 1 minute and 47 seconds long. So we decided to tackle something we could tackle in 1 minute and 47 seconds. So we decided to solve the problem of world peace. So here you go, politicians, hope you're listening. This one's called All Gods Must Die. This is an amazing song. Best song we ever wrote. Because I don't sing. Singing is overrated. In fact, I guess we have 5 instrumental songs we put on our albums. The first one on our first album was called Ripcordz or Go. Skipped a couple albums, and then on number 4 we wrote another one. We called it Ripcordz or Go. Then a few albums later we wrote another one. It was called Ripcordz or Go. And then the album we released like 4 years ago, we wrote a 4th one. It was called Ripcordz or Go. And you'll never guess what we called the new one. Yeah, okay. You win. Anybody know Fatale in Montreal? Really? That few? Seriously? Yeah! And it's not because it's in Montreal, but it's coolest punk place ever because there's 600 punks living along the railroad tracks with no specific address and stealing their electricity. There's a couple of clubs there we love to play. They're totally under the fucking radar. So, and once a year, they put on something called Fatale Fest in the parking lot with these old industrial buildings with like 3 floors of graffiti and trains passing by, and it's totally fucking science fiction desolation. So you're happy enough to play these things almost every year they had them. So wrote this song about it. It's called Party in the Parking Lot. We'd like to thank the initial bands, GFU ASOP. See, initial bands, GFU ASOP, but they were great, both of them. Elliot's got a fan. No wonder he looks so cool. So, we'd also like to thank Loaded Dice. Fuck. What a great band. Evidently we played with them in Hamilton in the 90s sometime. Who would have known? So, I think this one goes out to them because it's our kind of Celtic type song. It's all about a big demonstration in Quebec City many, many years ago, back in 2001 when half of you weren't born. Where the cops shot me in the back of the head with a tear gas canister. But more importantly, they built a fence and I had 6,000 cops guarding that fucker. So we turned up alongside 10,000 punk rockers. They built the fence, but we tore it down. It's right, it must come down. Take it from us, and you know what? It must come down. It must come down. It must come down. All I hear it must come down. It must come down. Fucking fake endings. It must come down. Tear it down. Tear it down. Tear it down. Tear it down. It must come down.
Hey, Andy, I was worried for a second.
So I'd really like to thank
do this right here.
Happy birthday
I'm almost at a loss for words, and if you know me, that doesn't happen very often. So thank you for helping me celebrate my 21st birthday and my second 21st birthday and my third 21st birthday, all in one night. This is another new song. It's actually a true story. It's actually a friend of mine who told me this one. Elliot, you're scaring everybody away. Fucking Elliot. Yeah. So this is a true story. It's about an old friend who made a bad decision. It's called Bob's a Cop Now. Thanks. Unfortunately, you won't hear that ending on the record. We just wrote that right now. Okay. Does that mean we were supposed to be finishing the set and now this is the encore? Because we don't do encores, because we have this theory that nobody should beg for a song. Fuck those bands who demand encores. So we got 3 more songs for you. We'd like to thank you all for coming out. I hope you still got that Ripcordz patch. That was fucking awesome. Who was the other band that we were UK subs? Was that the... Yeah. That's good company to be in. She's got 3 more songs. Oh yeah. Since this is my birthday, this is my birthday story from 5 years ago. If you read our Facebook page, you probably know this one already, but well, fuck it. It's my birthday, I can do what I want. So, you know that Summit of the Americas thing that I was telling you about, the fence, and we tore it down and all that crap? Well, at that protest, the cops managed to throw a volley of, well, shoot a volley of tear gas canisters and hit me on the back of the head, knock me to the ground. And once that happens to you, I swear, as you're lying on the ground trying to figure out what happened, you go, I'm never going to let that happen again. Which brings us to my birthday 5 years ago, May 1st, International Workers' Day. It's named after me, International Worker Guy. That's a lie. But anyway. Hey, Ian! So, you can't give beers away in this place. So, 5 years ago, I was actually out filming a protest on May 1st. And what I didn't see is there was a cop about 4 or 5 meters away from me who lined me up with a tear gas canister gun and shot me in the fucking chest and knocked me to the ground. Took a golf ball sized chunk out of my chest and lit my Subhumans t-shirt on fire. Yeah, I noticed that happens a lot. The Subhumans t-shirt on fire gets a reaction. The golf ball sized piece of my chest went missing. Nothing. Anyway, whatever. So, as I was lying there, as my t-shirt was going up in flames, I was thinking, those fuckers, they lit my Subhumans t-shirt on fire. And then I thought, hey, those fuckers lit my Subhumans t-shirt on fire. That'll give me a good story to tell on stage. And here we are again. So, when some bands have anti-cop songs, you think maybe they're just doing it because they think they should. Well, we've got anti-cop songs because those fuckers shot me twice, and I don't like them. So this is one of our anti-cop songs. It's about the war between the Poinks and Yoinks. This one's called Youth War. This is one of my favorite songs. Always gets requested. Because whenever we go across Canada, we find there's at least as many girls in the pit as there are guys. Which is something that we'd like to encourage. No offense, guys. But let's face it, there's nothing sexier than a hot and sweaty punk girl who will beat the living daylights out of you if you treat her wrong. So, if I was writing this one today, I'd probably call it non-gender specific but non-male people in the pit. But that's too long for a title, so I can't change it now. So we're leaving this one as Girls in the Pit. And we'd like to see some girls in the pit. So I'd like to thank the Bovine for having us. Always a good time. I think you need to get in the pit for this one because it's the last song. I think maybe we could take a video of this one and put them all on the internet. We have our official photographer, singer for Aesop, official photographer of the Ripcordz. Generally, an all-around good guy. And what an excellent haircut. Just saying. So, anybody here 63 years old or older? Hey! Yeah, fuck you, buddy. You can't lie to a punk rocker. We've done it too often. Okay. That means you're all younger than I am. Probably by a few years. I'd like to introduce Ian and Elliot. Our new lineup this year is excellent. Not only is it excellent, I'm old enough to be their grandfather, so how the fuck did that happen? So that means none of you have an excuse not to dance to this one. So all you youngsters, get in the fucking pit. That's all of you, you bastards. No hanging against the walls. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Okay, guys. Yeah, you. Yeah, bring your beer. Spill that on somebody. I see some students sitting down. out that I'm a professor, and I am ordering all students into the pit. This one's called Anarchy. Nice to catch you again soon. Thanks so much for coming out.